44 years ago, Aruna Shanbaug, a nurse at King Edward Memorial Hospital, was preparing to leave the hospital to go home, but she never made it home. She was attacked by a ward boy. He choked her with a dog chain, which cut off the oxygen supply to her brain. He then proceeded to sodomize her. From 1973 up till 2015, she lived in a ward of the very hospital she worked for. The attack left her speechless, motionless, and cortically blind. In a vegetative state, she continued to live on for 44 years. The bed in Ward 4 was her home. For 44 years, she hasn't spoken to or seen anybody. She couldn't eat on her own, she couldn't groom herself. She was confined to a bed ever since she was raped. Despite the torture and pain Aruna suffered, her attacker only served 7 years in prison.
On 27th of May, Supreme Court ruled that Aruna Shanbaug should live, but at the same time did the unthinkable and opened a crack on its walled pro-life stand. According to the court, euthanasia should not be permitted to Shanbaug because her caregivers are ready to tend to her medical needs. The hospital is taking care of her.
My plea was that the force feeding, which is basically 2 glasses of some mush which is poured into her nose, through her nose into a pipe, that force feeding should be stopped.
What aspect of India's culture do you believe that prolonged her suffering?
I think that her suffering was prolonged due to the cultural aspect of the Indian culture, because their religious beliefs allowed her to stay in that state for so long because of their beliefs, and they think that God would take her when he was ready.
Do you believe that Aruna Shanbaug should have been euthanized earlier?
No, I don't, especially because of what they said on how everyone, that he was against it because of their religion and because of their culture. And from my point of view, I think that they did exactly what should have happened. Even though she was brain dead, God gave her the time that she has left to live, even if it's not completely living, that she should have just taken it.
Who do you believe should decide if someone should be euthanized?
Well, I feel it should be left up to the family, but if there's no one after, or no one who can make that decision, then I feel like the doctor should be trained and prepared for situations like these, so they can make the right choice for what they believe is right based on their condition and their way of living.
And how long do you think someone should be kept alive, if they should be kept alive if they're in a PVS?
I feel like it should be for not too long, but you don't want to keep it too short, just for that chance of recovery or that chance of better life. So I would say a year maybe, and then after that, doctors should make a choice of whether they should keep her alive for just a little while longer. They should reassess and check and see if it's worth keeping her alive, or if they should just end the pain.
So do you think that the doctors did the right thing for keeping her alive in a permanent vegetative state for 42 years?
No, I think it was their time to go. They should have let her go. But if she did have any time left in her, then she would have stayed. But I feel like it just should have been all natural.
Thanks to Pinky Virani's endless efforts, the court was persuaded to grant a form of assisted suicide that allowed Shanbaug to die a more natural death, permitting her to a peaceful passage that did not intentionally go against God's will.
Miss Virani's book drew attention to a devastating issue of life versus death and needs versus culture.